Today the focus is on the environment, water quality. So this guy is taking a picture of the board that has the pictures of all the senators.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, good. I'm back again.
You getting a lot done?
Yeah, I'm covering a lot. Solar, I just was down there looking at the solar car. That's one nifty little ride. This board here just has that bell means that a vote will take place in one of the chambers. So this has permanent committee meeting times, meeting rooms. But they can change that if they need to. Again, so here is a legislator going in to vote on something. This guy is a page. What the pages do is they run errands for the legislators and the clerks. They're usually high school students. So this guy has just presented one of these little slips to the door attendant, and she's handing it to the page, who will then run it in. He will take it, look for that particular legislator that this guy wants to talk to, and if the senator is available, she will come out. If not, the page or the door attendant or one of the Senate clerks will come out and say that the particular legislator is not available. At the end of one of the speeches that I caught earlier, the Republican legislator said that he had to go back into the chamber or a committee room for a caucus, which is basically the members of one party, say the Republican Party, as in this case, they are going to just get together and talk among themselves about a bill that they're working on, what kind of action they want to take on it. So the door attendant is just telling this woman that the person she wanted to talk to is not available. That's why she came out instead of a senator. There are people just hanging out doing little things. There was a guy with a laptop earlier. Now I'm going to go to the other side. This is the House of Representatives side, just commonly called the House. Pretty much same process here. So, a board that shows all 100 members. And there are two different slips that are used over here. You don't have to use them both at the same time. So someone put up a sign that says, the Democrats and Republicans are both in caucus, means that they're meeting, they separated themselves by a party to have a meeting. Again, this is a general call-out slip, similar to the Senate one, except a couple bits of information you put on is different. And then this is a separate bill slip that you call out on a specific bill. Oh, good. Took a peek at the solar car that's parked outside. I said I took a peek at the solar car that's parked outside.
It's not going to get any power today.
No, they hauled it in a trailer, but it's still one nifty little ride. He has a button on one of the, I actually picked up one of the buttons. It's give you a close-up of it. He's wearing, so he is talking to the door attendant about something. So the other door attendant is taking one of the yellow slips inside. So the seat number, the name of the representative you want to talk to. You can,
Oh yeah, well we've got a whole.
I'll capture this conversation. So they're just moving out of the way. So they're talking about eminent domain. Well, eminent domain is the government would take land from a property owner, supposedly for use for a public good, such as putting a wind turbine, running a natural gas line, running a water line, building a road or widening a road, or something that would be for public good, putting an electric transmission line or phone line, something of that nature. But the current situation is he's giving a tour, but he mentioned eminent domain, which is a hot issue here with regard to the Bakken pipeline. And what the eminent domain would do if, once all the approvals are done, there's just one approval left, and that's for the Army Corps of Engineers to sign off on the Bakken pipeline so that it could cross under rivers. But because the pipeline builder is not a public utility, the eminent domain would be seizing land for private property or private corporation profit instead of public good. So because representatives are caucusing, people up here wanting to talk to representatives may have a harder time grabbing on to whoever they want. And so if they could leave messages, maybe they'll try later. I don't know how long they're going to caucus, but didn't get a chance to ask that one guy that. The Republican legislator who owns a pharmacy, in case you missed it, he put solar panels on the roof of his business, nearly covering the entire roof surface. And the net result of that is he does not have to pay as much for the electricity he gets from Mid-American Energy, which is the power company that services Des Moines area. That's the only one. We don't have competition for power companies here. So apparently this little conversation has ended and he is going back inside the chamber. Well, he went through another way. People are having other conversations up here, doing a lot of work. So the tables are still set up down there. Give you a down shot of them. People are still hanging around. That's pretty much how the door attendant, so he is calling out a name. But he didn't call it loud enough for the person who called him out didn't stick around. So that bell rang. The Senate over there is voting on something, either be an actual bill or an amendment or something. Sometimes door attendants will yell voting, voting, as a means to let people out here know that a vote will take place, or calling the legislators to go in to vote on whatever thing is up. So, another page is going back inside.
Why do I follow her? Somebody told me to follow her. Because she's perfect. And like, she posts everything. And I'm just like, next year's gonna be so hard for me. I was like, you cannot have to go over at Tuesday at 10 p.m. Y'all we need to study this summer. And like, that is bad. You're already like fighting about that.
So the lobbying on this side is not as successful as the other side because the members are in their meetings. This guy again, he said it's tour groups. There's student groups in here all the time. Every day there's at least one or two student groups that are in here.
That's all it is.
So it appears to be more successful over here. Hello back to you. And covering lobbying. This is environmental and REAP lobby day here. REAP is a program of conservation, and it involves several different organizations, state and local governments, as well as nonprofits, and family farm organizations. It appears the lobbying seems to be more successful in that the senators are coming out to talk to the people who want to talk to them about the various bills they want to get passed and bills that they want to stop.
So when you retire,
So there's someone filling out one of the pink slips, which she gives to the door attendant. Looks for the seat number of the senator that he wants to talk to, and writes that down on the little pink slip. Well, there's definitely more activity over here. That's pretty much how the lobbying works. So whether or not the the good bills get passed and the bad ones get put down, it'll be a while before we know that because they're always putting amendments on or delaying or something. But people are getting their senators to come out here. They may not always target the one senator, they will target those in leadership positions or on specific committees that is handling a bill that they want to talk about. Oh, someone else is filling out one of these sheets. That is basically how lobbying to try to talk to the legislators about specific bills or topics. There's a tour guide. They're describing this. There's a painting here. This is just one of many student groups coming up the steps. I'm going to go back downstairs to the rotunda, which is where all the tables are. Like this one student group that was here had these tables right here. So finished with